There you go. Keep it on me, okay? All right.
Thanks, Rob. All right, first step, always check your technology. Good. So my name is Jonathan Zinck. I am a professional speaker. I teach part-time in Northern College, and I'm in training to be a group fitness instructor here at Good Life in Timmins. That's what I'm doing now. For the last 10 years, I've been working as a mental health and addictions counselor. And so that's my background. And so what I'm going to do today is bring together my personal experience with struggling with my weight my entire adult life and my professional experience in helping people make healthy and positive changes. Because about 7 years ago, those two things came together for me in a really powerful way. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. My presentation today is called Get Ready to Take Back Your Life. Get ready. Not take back your life. I actually have a series of seminars called Take Back Your Life, which I've been providing to the public. And it has to do with maintaining healthy choices over the long term. A lot of us can make healthy choices for a day, a week, a month. The key is not letting it fall apart after 6 months or after a really good holiday or a good summer. Do you know what I mean by a good summer? Lots of barbecues, but sometimes we have a hard time getting back after that. When I started researching this, one couple had said that they were doing really well. They both had lost 50 pounds each, so that's over 100 pounds together. They were doing great for a couple of years, and then there was that Easter, and they said it like that, capital letters, that Easter, where the chocolate bunnies came out and they just never went away, because after Easter they go on sale, right? You can't pass that up. So just a bit about my story. I have been in and out of shape my entire adult life. In and out of shape. So I would manage to whip myself into shape and make lots of healthy choices. And I keep it up for about 8 months, 9 months. A year was my record in the past. 1 year of healthy choices before it fell apart. And then I would get out of shape and I would gain weight. And every time that I gained weight, I would have a new heaviest. Has anyone ever experienced that? I'm the heaviest I've ever been. Oh, wait, now I'm the heaviest I've ever been. And this was the pattern. Until March of 2004. And I'll remember the exact moment when it turned around the last time. And I'll tell you a bit about that as well. But I struggled, and I was starting to lose hope. I was confident that I could whip myself into shape. It wasn't easy. It was hard, and it hurt, and I had sacrificed a lot. But I started to lose hope, saying, I can't maintain this. Why bother whipping myself into shape if it's just going to fall apart in 8 months again? Is it worth it? It was getting close to no. I was in good company. Here are some statistics from the weight loss industry. If I had 10 people in front of me right now, each of them lost 30 pounds. In 2 years, 9 out of 10 of those people would have gained all that weight back. 6 of them would be heavier than when they started. 6 of them, of those 10. So, I want you to think about this for a second. Let's say you had some sort of bad cold, and I said, here, I've got this medicine for you. Take this. It's going to work. But in 2 weeks, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that you'll feel just as rotten as before. Oh, and there's a 6 in 10 chance that you'll feel worse. Anyone? No? The problem is not with the program. By program, I mean what program you choose to help you make healthy choices, because there's a lot of them out there. Go home and Google weight loss programs, and your computer will start to smoke because it's trying to tell you so many things. So the problem wasn't the program. What happened was I turned my life around again 7 years ago, and I've managed to keep off 30 pounds, give or take 5, for 7 years. And I did this first by accident. I managed to stay healthy for 18 months, and I looked and I said, what am I doing differently? I have to find out because I might stop if I don't know what it is. At this time in my career in mental health and addictions, I was just starting to learn about this guy, James Prochaska. He was very motivated to figure out why people would make healthy changes and stay that way, because his father died of alcoholism and the entire time denied that he had a problem. And so he was very motivated personally to figure out why people either make changes or don't when they obviously really need to. So he, through discovering and interviewing thousands of people who had made changes on their own, self-changers, with no professional interference, he found out what these people did. And he found out that self-changers, people who, without any professional help, get control of their problem and beat it, he found that self-changers all did the same things at pretty much the same times, whether you were quitting smoking, quitting drinking, getting out of bad relationships, or making healthy changes for your body. And he called these the stages of change. And so what I realized was I had stumbled upon the stages of change for healthy choices physically by accident. Well, I quickly read a lot of the things that he wrote. So here are the stages of change. They're fancy, some of the words, but I know as I describe them, you'll recognize them. Pre-contemplation is when the person who is suffering from something needs to make a change, but they don't see it. You'll hear them say, I don't have a problem, you have a problem. My only problem is that you won't get off my back. And if you get off my back, there'll be no problem. They're pre-contemplative. They resist. Anybody tries to point out, you're smoking quite a bit lately. Well, sure, because you're nagging me all the time. And they very quickly will throw it back on you. They can't see that they need to make a change. Contemplation is when people, they know they have to make a change, but they're not sure how to do it or if it's worth it. Preparation and action is getting ready. Action is actually making the change. The problem that I had was with maintenance for years. That's where I struggled. I could get through all the rest, but it was staying that way. And my program called Take Back Your Life deals with maintenance. So I've been offering that program. Except I've been hearing the feedback that I've been getting from some participants who have been saying, this is all great information, but I'm wondering if it's even worth it to give it another shot. I'm wondering if it's worth it. People, if you are at the stage right now, and today at the Diabetes Expo, you've heard lots of great guidance and information, there's support out there, but if you're at the stage where you're on the fence about making healthy choices, you know they'll be good, but on the other hand, you know they'll be hard, and you're not sure if today is the day. You're here in the contemplation. Now that doesn't mean that you're nowhere. According to the research, just moving from one stage to another is a huge accomplishment. And let me assure you that in the contemplation phase, you have a job to do in the contemplation phase. If you're going to move out off the fence, and the fence is a very uncomfortable place to sit. If you're going to move off the fence with some of the choices that you've heard about today, let me show you some of the things you need to think about in the contemplation stage. Because sometimes we get stuck in the contemplation. If you're in contemplation, you are asking yourself things like about healthy choices. Is there an answer? Is there even an answer? Today you heard lots of answers. So that's helped answer that question. Second question you ask yourself is, if there is an answer, can I do it? Am I capable of doing it? Well, just the talk that I just heard about the eating healthy on the go, they seem pretty reasonable. It's the third one. If there is an answer and if I can do it, is it going to be worth the effort? Is the payoff that I'm going to be getting worth the sacrifice that I'll be making? Because you will be giving something up. You will be giving something up. Let me give you an example. just to show you how complex this can be. Let's say some professional or your doctor says you need to give up ice cream. You need to give up ice cream. You're just having too much ice cream. It's raising your blood sugar. It's causing real chaos with your body. Okay. Now, if it was just giving up simple ice cream, that wouldn't be a problem. But let me complicate it for you. What if you get ice cream on Fridays when you get home from work? And it helps you relax. Well, now you have to give up ice cream and relaxation. Let's say you get ice cream on Fridays because you've had a hard week and you've worked darn hard and you deserve it. Now you're giving up ice cream, relaxation, and reward. What if you watch a movie as you're eating the ice cream on a Friday afternoon? Ice cream, entertainment, relaxation, and what you deserve. And then the final thing is, and I say this because this is what I love to do still, get ice cream on a Friday, watch a movie, and cuddle up with my wife, someone that you love. So giving up ice cream on a Friday, like you have been, you might be giving up part of your relationship, if you're not aware of it. If you just try to chuck the ice cream out without thinking all of this through about what you'll be giving up, very quickly you will feel deprived of more than just ice cream. Does that make sense? Ice cream is not just ice cream. And so you need to come to terms with what you'll be giving up. Almost grieve that loss to become aware of it, to prepare for it. A lot of people get stuck in contemplation. Here are the things that can make you stuck. Meaning you can stay for years thinking about healthy changes and never making them. You look at the calendar, you go, I've been thinking about this for 8 months. Why don't I do something? Here are 4 things that can get you stuck. Number 1, waiting for the absolute certainty that it's going to work. The absolute certainty. We can never be absolutely certain that it's going to work. Number 2, waiting for that magic moment. Has anyone ever done that? It just doesn't feel like the time is right. No, today's not the day. You know what is a great day to start things? Tomorrow. I want you to pay attention to the feeling inside yourself when you say, I'm going to start tomorrow. It's where's the ice cream in the movie? Get over here, hon. It's Friday. We're starting tomorrow. Unless there's a little ice cream left, and then I'm starting at lunchtime tomorrow. The magic moment will never come. The magic is after you think these things through. Except it doesn't feel like magic, it will feel like work. Wishful thinking. Oh, I wish there was just a magic pill. I wish there was just a magic pill that I could do it without effort. And I mean, it's very natural to think that way if you're facing some hard decisions. But too much wishful thinking will stick you in contemplation. And it'll be this time next year at the next Diabetes Expo, and you'll be going, oh yeah, I remember that guy's talk. Taking action too early. Now here is something that you may not have thought of. What I'm trying to urge you to do is, before you make these choices, know what choice you're making. If you take action too early, sometimes it's because you're really inspired, and you just go and that's it, I'm throwing in all the junk, here we go. Other times it's because we're pushed by someone that cares for us. And they push us to do something. If we take action too early, what happens is, often it's half-hearted. We go a few times out for walks or to the gym or some healthy meals, and then something happens, and then we get to go back to that person and say, see, I told you it would work. And then we're off the hook. So that's what can stop you. Here's your job. If this is you, if you're sitting there going, all the things I learned at the Diabetes Expo, I believe it, it's true. But is it worth it? Still, here's your job. Get information, get inspiration, and do some evaluation. This is your job right now. Your job right now is not to go home and clear out all your cupboards. You have to know in your heart that it's the right thing to do first.